I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about they came on strong and lost interest fast.
Oh, that does not sound good.
What does that sound like to you?
Hit and run.
That's right.
Whoever did it.
Wow. So, a lot of times when we're dating somebody new, they come on very strong in the beginning. And they say all the best things, everything you've been looking for, and they just woo you with their words. And then before you know it, they're completely gone out of your life. And this is why we tell you guys you have to take your time in getting to know somebody. You really want to go slow. When you go fast, this is the kind of thing that happens.
Yes.
Where somebody comes into your life like a whirlwind, it seems amazing, and next thing you know, you're devastated for 6 months.
That's right. That's exactly right. So beware the rush. I remember being told that as a very young child. Beware the rush.
Mm-hmm. So this email came from a guy in his mid-40s, and he was dating a woman in her late 30s. Now, he said that they worked together, and they were in a relationship since January of this year. He says, during the first phase of our relationship, we were very much in love. I stayed for many days in her home and she at mine. She was telling me I was the best man she had ever dated and that she even wanted to marry me.
This was the first few months?
Yes. They only started dating in January.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So maybe 2-3 months and she's already talking about marriage?
Yeah.
That's really, really quick. We had a good sex life at this period, but things changed when 40 days before, she asked me very furiously that we should use sex protection, meaning a condom. Something that was difficult for me and caused me low scores in sex. So he had ED, okay? So he couldn't wear the condom. It was not working well.
When he says furiously, that can mean assiduously in a very excited way. Does he mean that, or she was somehow furious, angry at him?
It's a little confusing because
really
I don't
is.
think English is his first language.
She asked me very furiously. But did she just think of that?
Well, that's what's so odd,
Yeah.
right? I mean, she's not young. She should know what happens by
about those
being...
birds and bees and stuff like that, yeah.
Since then, she became very anxious and dysphoric and made continuous cynical observations about my sex capacity.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like she's being kind of rude and dismissive about his ability to perform.
Yes.
When only just a few months ago you said you wanted to spend your life with this guy.
Yeah. All of a sudden you're, disrespect. How disrespectful.
It seems cruel.
That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, or cruel.
Cruel.
For me, yeah, I think it's cruel. Which leveled my sexual confidence. We had, though, some good and some bad moments in bed since. I was very attentive to her needs, very warm, but she started distancing from me sentimentally until she told me that she felt unhappy in our relationship, even though she loved me.
And how would he know that?
Yeah, not by the dismissive comments.
No.
We broke up a week before. I pressed her to give me an answer and not just distance herself, but she told me that she misses me, but it's better that we do not meet because we demand different things from our life and our relationships.
Apparently so.
Which is very interesting because as far as I can tell, the only issue here is the sex.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any other complaints.
I haven't either.
She didn't ask me for her things that she left in my home, and when I took the initiative to return them to her, her face showed deeply surprised and disappointed and told me that there wasn't any hurry. So maybe she was a little bit more on the fence about this.
Sounds like that.
Mm-hmm.
He called it. She wouldn't make a decision. He called it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for him.
During our breakup, and it's been about a week since then, she sends very casual messages and makes casual calls asking how are you and telling me casual things about her life. I do not call or message her, but I respond to her calls and messages being nice and brief without showing any neediness at all. Well, it's certainly odd that she's saying, we have different ideas for our life, but how you doing? But here's what's going on in my life, right? It would seem like it would be a clean break with what she's telling him.
Exactly. If she wanted to marry him 1 minute, was unhappy with him sexually the next minute. How confusing for him.
I love her very much, but my feeling is that she is unfortunately sexually fed up with me, and I consider that very harmful.
Oh, so he's feeling terrible.
Yeah, I think so. She could have given me some time and love to better myself in bed.
Well, or you could have talked about it at some length. There are many options these days.
Yeah, I don't like the way she went about
I don't
this.
either.
It was just really immature.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, you're going to make this guy feel bad. You tell him you love him, you want to marry him, and now you're going to make him feel bad because he's not performing the way you want in bed?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's because you're so demanding and you're putting pressure on him.
Yeah. But I mean, it should have been worked out with them together, and it sounds like it was just all put on him.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't either.
Okay, so he tried reminding her of the satisfying moments we had in bed and not of just the bad moments. What do you think I should do? Should I enter full no contact, not responding to her at all? Or should I continue to be responsive with self-dignity and niceness? Do you think I need to do something else? Please have in mind that we have had full-length discussions about our problems from which we are both very tired. Thank you for your kind attention.
Well, did they resolve anything?
It doesn't sound like
No,
they
it
did.
doesn't.
I would say I wouldn't ignore her, but I certainly wouldn't put this woman as a priority because it seems like she was kind of mean here and dismissive.
It's kind of like the breadcrumbing we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That she's continuing to give him sort of friendly mixed messages.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what to do.
I think at some point I would say, well, did you want to get together and catch up and hang out and see where she goes with it? And if she's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea, I'd say, well, look, why don't you contact me if you do?
Let's just end it, yeah.
Yeah, but don't keep letting her reach out and, contact you about silly things when she doesn't really want to see you here. And also I'm thinking, you need to think about if you want to give this woman another chance because
really.
she comes on strong, tells you she wants to marry you, she loves you. Then she seems to leave you because you're having issues in the bedroom, not wanting to or not being able to wear condoms. Maybe not, it's not wanting to, maybe you can't.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're struggling with that.
It interferes with his performance.
Except, what a polite way of saying it. It interferes with your performance. So, there's no reason to make you feel bad about it. And saying that, oh, well, we have different things that we want in our life. No, I want it. I want this sex. It's just that it's not cooperating.
Yeah, right.
How about we take the condom off, you get on birth control, and let's see how it goes from
there
there.
are many, many solutions these days.
But if you really love somebody and you want to marry them, you would think you could work around that problem relatively easy.
Well, I just feel bad because I think he is devastated and I think he's blaming himself for
Yeah.
everything. But there is more to relationships than sex.
Yeah.
And he's saying that he had been very attentive to her needs and very warm.
Yep. Doesn't sound like she was warm to him.
No.
If I'm in this situation, I would leave her be, and I'd think long and hard about giving this one another chance because, I mean, you don't
How
want
cruel.
Yeah, you don't want somebody degrading you or making you feel bad. I mean, what happens in 10 years.
Yeah.
If you're together for 10 years
Sure.
and now you're close to 60 or whatever,
Yep.
your performance issues may get more challenged at
Or
that
she
point.
could lose desire. I mean, all those things can happen. And there's always the possibility of, there are many wonderfully trained sex therapists out there
Yeah.
who probably could help them.
Yeah, and he seemed fairly reasonable
Yes,
in wanting
he does.
to
He seems very reasonable.
repair this.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you did anything wrong here. And,
No, I don't either.
you're trying to be intimate with somebody and she's making you feel bad about it. And that's not good. That's just going to put stress on it and it's not going to make it enjoyable. So, see what she does. If she reaches out and she wants to hang out, you can go from there. But you know what she's capable of. You didn't know this in the beginning, so take your time.
That makes sense, Craig. I think that's the best solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to get together, that's great. That calls her on it.
Mm-hmm.
But don't send me confusing messages, please.
Yeah, I'm not interested in just talking about
No.
your day and what's going on here. For the love of God, last month I thought we were getting married.
You threw me out of your life, not the other way around.
And now I'm devastated that I couldn't perform and now I've been abandoned, which
Yeah.
is like the worst thing.
Awful.
So think about it. I suspect you'll hear from her more, but see if she wants to go out and hang
But
out.
I like calling her on it because I think people need to make intentional decisions.
Yeah, don't let her just keep reaching out.
No.
All right. I would just say one last thing. This wasn't your fault.
I would say that too, and I'm so sorry this happened to you.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
If you want to get our help personally, of course, you can just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret, of course, is available for Skype coaching.
If you feel that I can be helpful to you, please sign up.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to do that. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth,
I'm Coach Margaret.
and we will talk with you soon.